Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO. Free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. It's the morning of the weigh-in. Joshua Pulev fight week in action also. Hughie Fury takes on Mariusz Wach. I'm joined by Mr. Peter Fury. How are you, mate?
Good, KUGAN. All right, ready.
You're used to all this bubble life now, aren't you? You're pretty much a pro at it.
Yeah, we was here with Savannah. We had the week here, so we're well used to it, KUGAN.
What kind of test is Mariusz Wach going to be for your son Hughie this week?
He presents his experience. He always comes in shape, and like I said, he comes to win. He does. He comes to win, Mariusz Wach. He's big as well. He's awkward. So like Hughie's got to navigate and get past that jab of his. You know, it's not what he does particular. It's because of the style of him. He is awkward. You know, when he comes to tech punches and trade punches. So he's a difficult test for anybody. He's a good, durable fighter.
We spoke all the way during the lockdown period. It was kind of a frustrating time. Obviously, he was trying to get that world title shot secured for Savannah, which happened, and you prevailed in that. But obviously, your priority as well was to make sure that Hughie fought by the end of this year, which he is now. So, yeah, just talk to me a little bit about that kind of period over that time, Peter.
Well, you know, we spoke to our team and stuff, MTK, and you know, he's very fortunate and lucky, Hughie and Matchroom, for putting him on. So we're very grateful for the opportunity, and I'd like to thank everybody for letting him come on this show. So we're very much appreciative of that, because otherwise he'd have been sat out, wouldn't he, till next year. So this is why you need good teams at the back of you who can organise these things and get the fights on. So very happy with everything. The only thing that needs to be done now is the fighting. Was
it difficult to get an opponent for Hughie at this stage, obviously, the year where there was so many fighters kind of unavailable or pulling out of fights, or deals weren't being made, but was it difficult to get a fight for him?
Yeah, we got offered various opponents. There were some opponents with winning records, but nobody had heard of them. So I didn't see any point in taking them. So we needed somebody that's well known, people that know, you know, who the guy is. They know he can fight. Fought for world titles. He's fought recently, Wach. He's made a good account of himself. So, you know, people know that this guy's not just going to fall over. Because if we got somebody in who's got 18-0 record, nobody's heard of him, and Hughie flattened him, they'd say, well, you know, who's this guy? You know, we don't know who he is. So it didn't make sense. So we had to find. It was not easy finding the right opponent. Definitely not.
At the end of the press conference, Hughie, who we know your son isn't the one for talking, shall we say. He likes to just do his thing in the ring and say as little as possible, but kind of made a little statement at the end, declaring that, you know, he's ready to take over.
Well, like I say, he's 26 now, and I think it is his time. I'm looking forward to this fight, really am, because I say I'm looking forward to this fight because I'm like everybody else. What I'm seeing in the gym, that's it under the lights. You know, there's always, you never know. You're one punch away from disaster in the heavyweight division. You've seen major things go wrong, and, you know, things can go wrong. So like I said, this is the interesting part of it. But no, in reality, I'm 99.9% that you're going to see massive gains and improvements from Hughie.
One of your son's former opponents, obviously Pulev, who fought Hughie 2 or 3 years ago now, but he's obviously fighting Anthony Joshua this week. Has Pulev got a chance in this fight?
Yeah, he's dangerous. He's a good opponent. Look, if AJ gets rid of him very early, they'll say, oh, he's an old man, he's over the hill. He's not over the hill at all. You know, if he gets rid of him early, then it's a major statement in AJ's cap. But like I say, he is He's a good fighter, is Kubrat Pulev. He's cagey, and he's learned a lot from the defeat he had as well. He's got a lot more cagey. And you notice he's coming a bit lighter. He looks more lean, lightened up. So I'd imagine he's going to be fairly light on his feet. You know, he's going to be hard to pin down. You know, and he's going to try and keep it as long as he can this fight. That's what I think. He'll try and keep it in the long game. You know, work off the jab. So as AJ comes, steps in, you step out. You know, so this is what I think. AJ's got to like put his shots together and step again. You know, so he's not. Don't be prepared if you're going to land a shot on the outside. You got to land and step in, and then throw your shots. That's my opinion of it. But that's not underestimate Pulev. And he has, although he's only got a 50% KO ratio because the man's more of a technical boxer, he has got heavy hands. He can hit as well. So you can't walk into these heavyweights thinking, you know, I'm just going to play through you because you can't punch hard. Because that's not the case. He's a big fella himself. All heavyweights can hit. Especially if you're going forward. It's double impact.
How important is it for Anthony Joshua not to get distracted? I'm not saying he was distracted before the Ruiz fight, but there was a lot of talk with Deontay Wilder prior to that fight, and it seems that this week everyone's kind of on his case about Tyson Fury more so than Kubrat Pulev. But how important is it for him just to not think about that until he's got the job done on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's majorly important. Look, you can have a stinker, yeah? Doesn't mean to say you're no good, but styles make fights. You know, Pulev could be all wrong for AJ. He could have a right messy affair with him. You just don't know, do you? So what he's got to realise is this. One of the greatest fighters of all time, Muhammad Ali, you know, I've read something, a quote, what he said, and he was in his dressing room, and I think he was fighting Joe Frazier, the first encounter, and he was in the dressing room and he said to himself, oh, you know, can you imagine if things go wrong here? I've got all the media, the sponsors, there's this, there's that, all this crowd believe I'm going to win. You know, what if this happens? What if that happens? And he just took stock of it and thought, you know what? Just do what I do best. I can't think of all this, you know. And that's what AJ's got to do here. You can't think of outside pressures because outside pressure means what? They're not doing the fighting. You are. So you can't look at all of that bullshit. Because this is where experience comes in. You can't look what's going on outside. There's you, there's him, and there's Robert McCracken. That's all they need to be. They've got each other, haven't they? Because when the shit hits the fan, yeah, there's only them two that's going to get the brunt of it. There's only them two that's going to have to deal with it. So, like, you know, this is the thing. There's just a pair of them, and they need to go in, forget all the other bullshit, peel all them layers of bollocks away, because that's all it is. All that's going to do is diminish your performance. So you can't get involved in any of that. 100% concentration. Don't try and impress everybody. Do your thing, what you've trained to do. That's it. And that's what professionalism is called. When you break professionalism down, that is exactly what it is. Not just getting in there thinking, oh, I'm going to put a show on for the crowd. That's for your non-boxing pundits that don't understand. There's a lot of pressure there, and you've got to deal with that pressure properly by thinking, which is reality. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of the ring because it's only going to make you fuck up even worse. So don't even go there in the first place.
Joshua was saying yesterday that prior to the Andy Ruiz fight, he went to do an interview with ESPN, and on his way to the interview, he was thinking of all the answers that he could be giving about the fight of Andy Ruiz. And he said in about a 20-minute interview, there was not one question about his opponent. It was all about Deontay Wilder. And he got it into his head that almost like this ain't a fight kind of thing, because like no one's really talking about it. It's like they almost see it as a foregone conclusion, and it maybe a little bit of complacency crept in.
Do you know what, KUGAN? Look, he went in that fight, in that Ruiz fight, and let's face it, the worst possible thing happened. The worst. But it happened. Yeah? So all the overthinking don't do any good. Because when it's happened, you're going to get trashed anyway. Yeah? So this is what I'm saying again. He's experienced that now, and now he needs to move on from it. You know, but people's quick to jump on and say this, that, and the other. Look, you make a mistake in heavyweight boxing at this world level and you pay. And I always said, going back for years now, Andy Ruiz Jr. is a top world level fighter. forget the looks. The guy can fight. He's had a brilliant amateur record, yeah? And he only fought Parker neck and neck. I had him probably ahead in the Parker fight. You know, really, if it had been anywhere else, or staged in America, he'd be the WBO world champion, Ruiz. So like I say, he's a good fighter. So there's no embarrassment losing to him. I think he's had 28, 29, 30 knockouts or something. He's a serious guy. And if he gets his conditioning dead right, you know, probably take over the heavyweight division. You know, you look at serious contenders here. Not what he looks like, Mr. Pizza and all that. The guy's a serious fighter.
We'll see. We've got a day to find out how it pans out with Anthony Joshua. But Peter Fury, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. You've got the weigh-in later on this afternoon, and then tomorrow night, as always, is showtime.
Yeah, what are you doing over the Christmas then?
I'm going to be at home, just in case I get an early arrival of my pending child.
Yeah, that'll be nice for you, Kugan. Good, lovely Christmas present for you, isn't it? Yeah. You know the thing is as well, you know, boxing, I'm dying to get tomorrow out of the way. Yeah, so I can just relax and don't look at boxing. I will look at it because I can't help it. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to having a nice Christmas, getting Hughie through this, God willing. And I wish everybody a very merry, happy Christmas to get drunk, pissed and everything else. Mince pies, the whole lot.
Yeah. Just a quick one. Have you finished Homeland yet? Did you watch Series 8?
I've only... Listen, the house, yeah, is big, right? And what it is, that missus of mine is a cleaning fanatic, yeah? I was looking for the DVD the other day, because we're going down with you in the training camp. I've got one of them little mini box things, yeah? So I said, where's the fucking DVD? Anyway, starts arguing with her, yeah, and blinding around the house, yeah, looking for this DVD. I said, you know what it's like? I said, when I want a cup of tea, I got to fucking ring the mobile. I said, because I don't know where you are. I swear to God, yeah, you know what she does? Comes in, sees me, yeah, and fucks off. So don't think I'm looking, you know? That's what I've got. So in answer to your DVD, I ain't seen it. Because she has fucking lost it in the house. But look, it's in the house, Kugan. She'll have to find it. But you know what I will say? That first programme, yeah, was the best. When that lockdown in March, I thought, who was the first to tell you?
You told me. I watched the whole series during lockdown, but Series 8 isn't on Netflix, so I had to obtain the DVD. But Series 8 is very good. It's like...
Is it better than the first?
Well, I'd say the first 1 to 4, I think there was a dip in 5. The one I didn't...
Tell me this, though. The best of that was Brody, wasn't it? Yeah.
The Brody one was the best.
Listen, was your hand sweating when it was down in that vault, yeah, about to release that bomb?
Yeah. He's in that little under like bunker thing with all,
and all that. And the thing wouldn't clip in and he's in the toilet. Yeah. Can you believe that? I'll tell you what. There's been some... I don't know where they get these things from. It was a brilliant series, that.
And it's not the sort of thing I would have watched unless, like, you heavily was going on about it for a long time. So that's why I eventually started to watch it. But I was hooked. In 8 series, there was only one dip in it. I think it was season 5 when they went to Germany. That season dipped a little bit, but the rest of it, unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, that woman actor, what's she called? What a performance she is. She's ruthless as well. You know, she'll drop her knickers in a flash to get what she wants, won't she? There?
She went through a few to get what she needed to do.
Yeah, need to keep my voice down. I'll say I'll be called something again in a minute.
People don't know what we're talking about. No. Okay, Peter, thank you very much for your time and best of luck with Hughie tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I wish you a Merry Christmas, Kugan, and good health to your new child coming through and everything else. And God bless you, yeah?
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. KUGAN CASSIUS here with Peter Fury for IFL TV.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.